I'm going to name each of the sides of this triangle. I'm going to name them, okay? And you're going to identify if this is the legs A and B, where is the right angle, and where is the hypotenuse, okay? Okay, which one is the right angle? The angles are the letters A, B, C. Which one is the right angle?
B.
Yes, very good. It's B. So now that you identify the right angle, can you please tell me what side is the hypotenuse?
1.
Very good. Okay, the side 1. Now, the legs A and B, therefore, are going to be 3 and 2 respectively. Okay, which one is A and which one is B? It doesn't really matter. And I want you to know that, okay? It doesn't really matter what side is A or B. The more important side is the hypotenuse. And if you know how to identify the hypotenuse, everything is going to be good. Now, I need you guys to understand that identifying A and B is not important, but it is important to identify what leg is the horizontal leg and what is the vertical leg. Okay, so is the side 3, this leg from here, is it vertical or is it horizontal?
Vertical.
It is vertical. Okay, now the side 2, this side is vertical or horizontal?
Horizontal.
It is horizontal. Very good. This is the most important thing, okay? That you identify which one is horizontal and which one is vertical. Now I'm going to show you something else. The hypotenuse is going to be the vector. Okay, I told you that this topic is a simple topic, okay? But we need to start learning and we need to start identifying important things, such as the hypotenuse is going to be the vector, okay? Now, a vector has two characteristics. Vector has a magnitude and vector has direction. Okay? Vector has two characteristics, magnitude and direction. The magnitude is the same hypotenuse, is the value of the hypotenuse. So if I say that the side 1 measures 10 meters per second, that is the magnitude, 10 meters per second. If I tell you that the hypotenuse measures 16 inches, then 16 inches is the magnitude. Now, the other important thing about vector is direction. Where is the vector going? Now, the hypotenuse, as you can see, I turned it into an arrow. Where is this arrow going?
Up.
It's going up, but it's also going to the right. It has two directions, okay? It has two directions. It is going up. It is going up because it has a vertical component, okay? A vertical side that is going up. The leg 3 is going up, but it's also going to the right. And that thing going to the right represents the horizontal component. And both of them are making up what we know as a hypotenuse. So, what direction this hypotenuse has? It goes to the right, but it also goes up. Sometimes directions
Both.
are gonna be like this, and some other times this direction is going to be a simple angle. Okay? So, vector has two characteristics. Magnitude, that is the size, how large the vector is, and direction that indicates where the hypotenuse is going. Okay, wait. I don't know. Mm, guys, do you see my screen? Guys, do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Yes,
Yes.
miss.
So I don't know what happened. I messed it up. But now it seems to work. Um, Now let's see. This direction says, this instruction says, now you try. Identify the legs, A and B, the right angle, and the hypotenuse. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. This is A, this is B, and this is C. What is my right angle?
C.
C, very good. And which one, therefore, is going to be my hypotenuse?
3.
The number 3. Okay, from the legs, which leg is the horizontal leg?
B.
Let's see, B. Is this horizontal?
Oh, no. It's the other one. And the number 1 or A.
Okay, so the horizontal leg, therefore, is going to be the leg 1, okay? Because when you follow that side, you will find a horizontal line, okay? And therefore, the vertical component then is going to be the side 2. So that is important that you know how to identify. Now imagine that I say that this hypotenuse is coming in this direction. What direction is this?
Up.
It is up, and what else? Is it going to the right or to the left?
Right.
It's coming in this direction?
Right.
Left.
Left. Take a look. Take a look in here. Here. This is the direction of the arrow, okay? And this direction is pointing up, okay? Because it's going up, but also it's going to the left. So the direction is, it goes up, but it also goes to the left. So the direction of the leg 1, that is the horizontal leg, it goes to the left, okay? And these two legs are making up the hypotenuse that you see over here. So you need to identify where the hypotenuse is going, up or down,
Up.
right or
And
left.
it's going to the left.
Yes, this one is going to the left. Because it goes to the left, the horizontal leg goes to the left because it's going up. The vertical leg is going up. So you see, all of them have already the direction included. And the hypotenuse is always going to be the longest side. Okay, what if we know the hypotenuse and we need to find the leg? So what we need to do is we isolate the main Pythagorean theorem. We isolate the main Pythagorean theorem and we solve for the legs, okay? In case that you need to find the leg A, it's going to be isolated like this, and just to get rid of the power of 2, you apply second power in both sides of the equation. Now, to see how this is done in a practice exercise, I'm going to solve the exercise number 4 for you, okay? And the exercise 1, 2, and 3, you will work on them as part of your homework, so you can practice this topic. Now, the exercise number 4, in the exercise number 4, I will use the whiteboard to solve it, okay? The practice 1 says, find the missing side. So, okay, so this is what we have. The instruction says, find the missing side. And I give you 2 formulas. Take a look, I'm giving you 2 formulas over there that are in a blue box, okay? Well, in 2 blue boxes. Take a look. What do we need to do when we need to find the missing leg or the missing side? What we need to do is we identify what type of side we are missing. So in the exercise number 4, the first thing that I do is I need to identify the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is that one side that is in front of my right angle. My right angle is the one that I already highlighted in yellow. Sorry, in yellow. Okay, so in front of it, I will have my hypotenuse. So what is my missing side in the exercise number 4? I need to find
Hypotenuse.
the hypotenuse. Because I need to find the hypotenuse, I could use one formula or the other. Which formula am I going to use? 1 or 2?
1.
The number 1, because remember, letter C represents the hypotenuse. So we're going to be using the first formula, okay? So we say hypotenuse, that is C, is equal to the square root of a squared plus b squared. What I do after is my C is my hypotenuse. Hypotenuse therefore is equal to a squared. Now, which one is going to be A and B? As I told you already earlier, A and B are not important. You can call any side A or B. It doesn't really matter. So tell me, what side do you want to call A?
10 and B 11.9.
Okay, let's work like this. A is 10 and B 11.9. So we say A, that is 10, raised to the second power, plus B, that is 11.9, raised to the second power. So now we take our calculator with us and we solve 10 squared plus 11.9 squared. The answer that you get, you will apply the square root of your answer. How much is that?
Miss, but in that case, we need to apply the square root.
Yes, but you need to apply the square root after you apply the powers. Okay? So, in your calculator, you will do this. 10 squared plus 11.9 squared, and then equal, okay? And then you will apply the square root of your
It
answer.
says that is 15.54.
Okay? 15.54, very good. And that is okay. That's the answer. But we always, whenever we have an answer, we need to analyze. Does this answer make sense? Remember the definition of the hypotenuse that I gave in the beginning. The hypotenuse is the longest side. So now that we know that the hypotenuse is 15.54, does it make sense? Is this the longest side? Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
So it makes sense. It's not just about getting an answer, okay? It's also about analyzing what we got. So hypotenuse 15.54 makes sense. So I don't know if it's good, but at least it makes sense. Okay? So we now are going to practice with a second example. In this in this other example, do I need to find a leg or do I need to find a hypotenuse?
The hypotenuse.
Okay, the hypotenuse is given.
Oh, no, no, no. We have to what is the name? The
The
leg.
leg.
Okay, the leg. Yes, this is the hypotenuse. Remember, the hypotenuse is the one that is in front of the right angle. So here, the hypotenuse is already given, okay? C is 18. The hypotenuse is given in this problem. So I need to find a leg. So you need to focus here in finding this leg, okay? Because I need to find a leg, I'm going to be using the second formula. This one over here, okay? This one over here. This is the formula that you are going to use whenever we need to find a leg, okay? So this formula states A is equal to square root of hypotenuse square minus the other leg square, okay? All we need to do after is replacing by our given, okay? What is the hypotenuse in this problem?
18 and
18
minus 8 to the
minus
second
8
power.
squared, okay? So in the calculator, 18 squared minus 8 squared, and the answer that you get, you will apply the square root.
Yeah, is the answer with the square root is gonna be 12.37 if you round it.
How much?
12.27 if you round it.
Do it again, okay? 18 squared minus 8 squared. It gives me the square root of 260. This subtraction gives me 260, and then I apply the square root of this subtraction, okay? The square root of this answer. Do you get 260?
Yes.
Okay. Now you apply the square root of your answer and you get
16.12.
16.12, and this is your final answer. The leg here is equal then 16.12. Now we analyze if it makes sense. Is the hypotenuse the longest side in the second exercise? Is the hypotenuse the longest side?
Yes.
Yes, it is. C is 18 and 18 is the greatest of the three numbers. So it makes sense. So you can see this topic is quite simple. So you will do the rest of the exercises from 1 to 3 as a part of your homework so you can practice this topic. Now, in vectors and this kind of problem, we're going to care about the position of the angle, and I'm going to need your full attention in this part because here is when it becomes a little bit tricky. So I'm going to give you a vector, okay? The vector, remember the vector is the hypotenuse. So I'm going to give you a vector. Let's say that the vector that I give you is this one. Let's say that I give you this vector, okay? And it says, we care about the position of the angle. What is the hypotenuse in this triangle? 1, 2, or 3? What is the hypotenuse?
3.
The number 3. Okay, so the hypotenuse is going to be my vector. Imagine that this vector comes like this. What is the direction of this vector? Right or
Down.
left? It's coming down. And what else?
And right or it's because right. I think it's right.
Yes,
Or
right
maybe
and
it
down.
can be
Okay?
left.
It's going down, but it's also going to the right. Very good. Now, read this again. It says, we care about the position of the angle. I'm giving you this angle over here. Okay? I'm giving you this angle over here. And from that angle, we need to identify the adjacent leg and the opposite leg. Opposite is the leg that is in front of the angle. What leg is in front of the angle? 1 or 3? What leg is in front of the angle that I'm pointing in this exercise? 1 or 3? 3. Very good. It's the leg 3. Okay? So this side, the side 3, is going to be known as the opposite side. The side 3 is going to be the opposite to the angle. Okay? And the other side, the side that is in touch with the angle, the side that is touching the angle. Okay, I have two sides that are touching my angle. One side is the hypotenuse. The leg that is touching the angle is the number 1. So we say that this leg, okay, this leg right here that is touching the angle is going to be my adjacent side. So the hypotenuse is the one that is in front of the right angle. And the two other legs are going to identify those legs as adjacent or opposite according of the position of the angle. Now, my opposite leg is horizontal or vertical?
Horizontal.
My opposite leg is horizontal. So here, my opposite is going to be X, okay? It's going to be my horizontal component. And my adjacent leg is going to be horizontal or vertical?
Vertical.
Okay, so my vertical component is adjacent to the angle, and my horizontal component is in front or opposite to the angle. Guys, this is the most important topic before starting with vectors, that you guys know how to identify opposite, adjacent, and the hypotenuse, because from this is going to depend the rest of the topics. So I want that this topic is very clear to you. Just remember, opposite is in front. Okay, in front. In front of what? Of the angle, because we care about the position of the angle. So opposite is in front of the angle, and adjacent is touching the angle. And the hypotenuse is the longest side. And the longest side is going to be located always in front or opposite to the angle of 90 degrees. So this is going to be it for today. Do the practice one as a homework, okay? Do it in your notebook, doesn't matter, okay? I'm gonna see you later.